Let's begin what's trending. As reactions continue to trail Professor Wole Soyinka's criticism of what he described as an excessively large security battalion assigned to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's son, Sheyi Tinubu, the president on Wednesday reiterated his directive to withdraw police officers from VIP protection duties, warning ministers and senior government officials that any requests for special security must receive his personal clearance. The president made the declaration at the Federal Executive Council meeting in Abuja, expressing frustration with the slow pace of compliance since the order was first issued nearly 3 weeks ago.
Of the withdrawal of police officers from VIP or VVIP, I honestly believe in what I said, and I called on the IG, and I hope the Minister for Police Affairs is there. So if you have any problem of security because of the nature of your assignment, please contact the IGP and get my clearance. The Minister for Interior should liaise with IGP and the civil defense structure to replace those police officers who are on special security duties, so that you don't leave people exposed.
All right. Well, this is all coming as Senator representing Bauchi Central, Abdul Ningi, protested the withdrawal of his police orderly during plenary on Wednesday, arguing that the VIP police escorts withdrawal had not been applied across the all board. Ningi noted that other political office holders, ministers, business people, and even their family members and singers continue to enjoy police protection while his lone police orderly was withdrawn. Let's take a look.
I woke up today and I was told my police orderly and other police orderlies are withdrawn. Mr. President, I have no problem with that. My problem is that this thing should go across the board. It should not be, don't worry, it should be done across the board. Let's see what happens from the office of the president to the vice president to the senate president to the speaker of the house to the ministers. Mr. President, I'm coming after they have withdrawn my only orderly. I saw 2 convoys of ministers and they were carrying lots of security personnel. I have also seen business concern, Chinese and other business concern. Yesterday, with the compliments of orderlies. Mr. President, I have also seen daughters and sons of political office holders having orderlies and having security covers. Mr. President, I have seen singers having orderlies and complimentary of protection.
The president of the Meeti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, Baba Othman Ngezelma, has stated that many grazing reserves in the country no longer serve the purpose for which they were originally established. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Ireti Bakare Yusuf on Borderlines, the MACBAN president also addressed the security crisis, stating that pastoralists wielding AK-47 rifles are terrorists and not farmers, while agreeing that there is genocide in Nigeria. Let's take a look.
More Muslims than Christians. Insurgents have killed more Muslims than Christians in Nigeria. So that is why this issue of genocide, yes, there was genocide. But genocide against who? These are lists of names of people that were killed. You know, there was a time when the media started saying that this is a private business. Cattle breeding is a private business. They should cater for their cows. I laugh. Even airline business is a private business. But government do construct air force for flights to land and take off at the expense of the government. Whenever you see a group of pastoralists, moving wolves, dangerous weapons and arms.
What do you mean by dangerous weapons? Because they were with cutlass, no?
Carrying AK-47.
Guns, right, guns.
Whenever you see a group of youths with cows carrying AK-47 guns, these guys are criminals, these guys are cattle wrestlers.
U.S. Representative Riley Moore, who is in Nigeria on a fact-finding mission, has shared harrowing accounts from Christian internally displaced persons in Benue State following his visit to IDP camps in the north-central state. Congressman Moore, in a post on X, documented testimonies of extreme violence that has displaced over 600,000 Christians in Benue State alone. He stated that he met dozens of Christians who were driven from their homes and that they told harrowing stories that would remain with him for the rest of his life. And I'll read Riley Moore's post on X in part. He wrote, "One woman was forced to watch as they killed her husband and 5 children. She and her unborn child barely escaped. Another woman's family was murdered in front of her and her baby was ripped from her womb. One man's family was hacked to death in front of his eyes and his arm was permanently mangled. There are more than 600,000 Christians in IDP camps in Benue State alone. These Christians should be able to live in their ancestral homeland without fear of genocidal Fulani." Well, Riley Moore's visit to Benue IDP camps brings renewed international attention to the humanitarian crisis in the state, the characterization of the violence as genocidal, and the emphasis on religious targeting may very well increase pressure on the U.S. government to make a stronger stance on Nigeria's security challenges, particularly regarding religious freedom concerns. And of course, the U.S. House of Appropriation responded to Riley Moore's post on X, and they wrote, "America will not look away as innocent lives are stolen," directed by the President of the United States. Appropriators led an on-the-ground mission to inform a report on Christian persecution in Nigeria and guide policy recommendation. Religious freedom and atrocity response are central to our NSRP bill. And I'll take last week, former Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo berated Reverend Ezekiel Dachimo, the chairman of the Church of Christ in Nations in Plateau State, who has been outspoken about the severity of the Christian genocide in Nigeria. Well, in the video that made the rounds on social media, Asari Dokubo warned Dachimo to stop spewing the genocide narrative in Nigeria, describing Dachimo as a fake pastor and a pathetic, pathological liar. Let's take a look.
Dachimo, if I place cost on you, you will not last 24 hours. Wallahi, isn't you will not last 24 hours because you are a fake and you are a liar. There's hardly any crisis in the north that is rooted in religion. So the Hausa people, farmers that have been killed in Sokoto and in Kebbi by the so-called bandits or whatever they are called, why are they killing them?
Now to politics. Rivers State Governor Similaye Fubara has composed a praise song dedicated to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu just one day after officially defecting from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress. The governor unveiled the song on Wednesday while inaugurating a road project directing a praise singer with the lyrics, "If you dey support Tinubu, no follow corner corner." Let's take a look.
If Fubara they tell you something, now this is the second answer. If you they support Tinubu, no follow corner corner. You dey hear what they talk? We they support Tinubu, we know they follow corner corner. That is the second answer. I'm gonna take that one.
Everybody sing now. Fubara tell me something. Fubara tell me something. If you support you, you don't follow Fubara tell me something.
Thank you.
Let's highlight this shocking footage showing security personnel at the airport in Ilorin arresting a man who attempted to hide beneath an aircraft preparing for takeoff. The suspect, identified as Shegun Martins, was apprehended on Wednesday afternoon after he breached airside security and made his way to the foot of an Overland Airways aircraft that was preparing to taxi for departure. Well, according to the Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, Martins attempted to conceal himself between the aircraft tires before ground security personnel spotted and apprehended him.